China's military seems like one of the most powerful in the world, and an invasion of Taiwan could happen anytime. But unbridled corruption means Taiwan is probably pretty safe. Welcome to China Uncensored, I'm Chris Chappell. For years we've been hearing how China is rapidly modernizing its military. China now has the biggest navy in the world. Yes, bigger than the US. War games have predicted the US would lose a war with China. And we've heard predictions that China could invade Taiwan as early as this year. What do you think? Well, you could actually play this war game out with today's sponsor, Conflict of Nations. In this game, you get to come up with strategies, build an army, and fight in battles to dominate your opponents. Conflict of Nations is a free player versus player online strategy game, which you can play on your computer or mobile device. You get to pick a real country to represent as you fight to win World War III. You get to build up your military-industrial complex, do research and development, and build weapons, just like China's People's Liberation Army is doing in real life, which I'll get to in this episode. In Conflict of Nations, though, you get to actually fight, which I hope you won't have to do in real life. At any rate, check out the game. Conflict of Nations has a special gift for China Uncensored viewers. Click the link below and get 13,000 gold, plus 1 month of premium subscription for free. But the offer is only available for 30 days, so click below. Of course, if you look at how China's now got the biggest standing army in the world, and the most naval vessels of any country, then you're only seeing one piece of it. So let's talk about the PLA, the People's Liberation Army. It's not the Chinese government's military. It's a branch of the Chinese Communist Party. That makes the PLA primarily an ideological organization, and it's riddled with corruption. Stay tuned, because in a moment I'll tell you some truly shocking examples of what this corruption has done to China's military. But first, here's how we know about this corruption. Earlier last year, we learned about the purge of several top-ranking generals in the PLA rocket force, the ones in charge of China's nukes. Always comforting knowing the guys with the nukes are corrupt. Then, China purged Li Shangfu, China's defense minister. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. China closed out 2023 with a massive purge of high-ranking military personnel. At least 70 were arrested in China's rocket force. This includes at least 9 Chinese generals and 3 Chinese defense technology officials. I'll put their names up on screen for anyone who's interested in those nitty-gritty details. And yet, according to Hong Kong media Singtao Daily, even that is still just the tip of the iceberg. They say the PLA rocket force leadership has almost been wiped out. It's so bad that Chinese missiles have been found filled with water instead of fuel. I'll tell you more after the break. Welcome back. China's military is riddled with corruption. The most recent purges give us a clue, but it could be way worse than we think. That's because CCP authorities have stopped releasing military anti-corruption information since the 19th Party Congress in 2017. Ah yes, the time-tested strategy of simply not reporting on problems. That's what they did with youth unemployment too. But this is very good news. According to US intelligence sources, speaking to Bloomberg, the corruption inside China's rocket force and throughout the nation's defense industrial base is so extensive that US officials now believe Xi is less likely to contemplate major military action in the coming years than would otherwise have been the case. So while Xi Jinping talks about invading Taiwan constantly, it's very unlikely that or any other military action will happen anytime soon. Now some people will say, oh, art of war, appear weak when you're really strong. No, that's not what's happening here. The US assessment cited several examples of the impact of graft, including missiles filled with water instead of fuel, and vast fields of missile silos in western China with lids that don't function in a way that would allow the missiles to launch effectively. That's why the latest purges, which are the biggest in modern Chinese military history. This is a huge blow to Xi, who has invested billions into China's military, particularly the rocket force, with the stated goal of having a modern military by 2027. It's also a hit to his credibility. Just this month, Xi gave a speech saying he scored an overwhelming victory in the fight against corruption. But it sure seems like corruption isn't going away, almost as if it's a fundamental part of the communist system. Because this didn't start with Xi. Back when Jiang Zemin, or one of his people, was in charge, it was common for officers to bribe their way up the ranks and engage in other corrupt activities for personal profit. So China cannot fight a war now. Besides corruption, China's stagnating economy means less money for Xi's military modernization. But Xi's latest military purge could backfire big time. According to China Uncensored, a risk consultancy that specializes in elite Chinese politics, panicked, active, and retired senior military officials could come to believe that they must move against Xi to save their skin. So China could be involved in a war, just a civil war. And this episode is sponsored by Conflict of Nations, because when it comes to war, you never know what's going to happen. And when you play Conflict of Nations, well, you'll see. No matter which country you represent in the game, it'll be challenging, fun, and epic. Remember, click the link below and get 13,000 gold plus 1 month of premium subscription for free. This offer is only available for 30 days. And if you want to check out my very own gaming channel, click on this video. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching China Uncensored.